Good day to you. Welcome to the channel. Hi, I'm Bragi.
And I am Egil. Hi there.
Now today we're here to chat about the Rune series, Series 1. As now the Season 1 is ended and this is post-Season 2. So let's have a chat. Let's talk about how we think the series did and your reflections on the series.
Well, as I say, it was basically a thumbnail sketch.
It was.
What I was trying to do was to get people interested in it.
Yes.
And to research it and go on a journey of their own. It's a very personal thing.
Well, of course it is.
And I think we did okay. I wasn't going into in-depth.
No.
Also you get 5 rune casters, you get 5 different
So.
interpretations. But there will be a common theme there. And if it makes people look again and examine it and go their own journey, then it's a job well done.
I think so. It's going to be very interesting to see how the longevity of these videos are, because fundamentally that season, Series 1, and the rest of these seasons are fundamentally going to be evergreen content, which basically means that over time they'll be continued to be watched, because people do search for runic content and want to learn about the runes.
Well, hopefully later on I can do some different kinds of spreads.
Yes.
I'm not teaching magic. That's
No.
not my job.
This is not that channel.
No. There are other ones which I advise you not to bother with. The magic comes from within you.
Of course so.
And
Magic is neutral.
Yeah, well, it's not for me to teach people.
No.
I don't doubt that some people have got a natural ability, some haven't. There's one bloke I know who's got the spirituality of a brick.
Well, that's fair enough.
And I have advised him not to do it. And I think so far he's been a good lad and not done it. But keep in there. The more you do, the better you get. I've been doing this since about 86.
So that's a very long time and a lot of experience. You cannot buy that for the love of all the money in the world, can you? Experience.
Well, you find that various people throughout your family in time got the ability.
Yes.
My grandpa was a Knights Templar of the 33rd degree.
Yes, very high up.
And I got it from him. Usually it goes through mother to daughter. Women tend to be more perceptive in that way, but that's just the nature of the beast. If you do the runes, it helps to believe in the Old Norse tradition. You'll find things go along a lot quicker if you do. You could be a pagan and not a rune caster, but I always say you've got to be a rune caster, you've got to be a pagan.
Yeah, yes, I agree. Although you could be a shaman, and then that's a different kettle of fish completely. But
and then to completely confuse the issue, a late friend of mine, she was fundamentally a Christian, but by gum, she was a good rune caster. It's how you feel within you. It's your faith. And I once described it. You can have, imagine it to a big widescreen television. It's got all the functions, but no electricity.
Yes.
Now imagine that you can read all the books, you can do all the courses. If you don't have faith, the electricity,
Well, of course so.
you just got a library of very good rune books.
If you don't believe in them, they're not going to work for you. I think that's fundamentally the truth there, isn't it?
Well, this is it, and just how I've found that doing the runes has changed my life considerably. I'll say something now. Years ago, my father was friends with this bloke who had 2 children, and I was brought up friends with them, and I actually even worked with one of them.
Oh.
And I mentioned about the runes, and he turned to me, this is after 30 odd years, says to me, "You are the devil, I want nothing to do with you."
How strange.
To which I said, "Fair enough, probably better we don't talk.
Fair
You
enough.
mustn't hold malice."
No.
And I just thought, guy was a fool. If he's that like that,
Is he a crazy fool?
I just find him very insincere, and he'll find his own way.
But you find people like that, and negative people. My advice on anything negative or negative people is just avoid them, get them out of your life. You'll feel much better for removing that negative factor.
One of the strange things I found, and that is, I've got a friend, she's, I suppose you call it ultra-Christian, and another couple of people I knew were Catholic.
Oh right, well we're in Ultra HD. There you go.
And they were really good about it.
Yeah.
They would ask me questions. I didn't expect them to say, "Oh, wow, wonderful," but they didn't condemn, and I thought
that's great.
fair. And I said, we could spend days slagging each other off. Where does it get us?
It don't get us anywhere, no. Nowhere.
And obviously, we're not going to build bridges, but we can understand each other and respect each other's space.
Well, all faiths should get on. It don't matter. As long as you believe in the power of good over the power of evil, all faiths should get on and try to make a better world.
Well, it's like the Masons say, if you believe in God, and that's the thing. We may call it by different names, may practice it different ways, but we're all headed the same road. And
a path well travelled.
Yeah. And for my belief, I believe we've been here before, we shall be here again.
Well, I feel like some days I'm really, really old. I've got an old soul.
Yeah, same.
I think the hills are younger.
I'll tell you what, don't fancy going back to school again.
No.
It's going for another job
So,
interview.
how old do you think the runes are? Do you think they're very, very old? I think
they are old. There's the things in Denmark, I think it's the Halstring rock carvings.
Yes.
These are symbols, pictographs or symbols, and they are way before, I think they're about late Neolithic, something like that.
Yes.
The Elder Futhart, which we use, that is around about the migration period, 4th, 5th, up to the 6th century. Then you get the Younger Futhart, which moves on. You get various other ones through time. It sort of fell into disuse in Europe, mostly, apart from Scandinavia, when literacy, writing came. And that sort of sounded the death knell for a lot.
The Pope didn't really help either.
Well, it was the Synod of Whitby.
It's not easy sitting on a tree.
It looked like a gnome. The Synod of Whitby actually outlawed the runes, and in Iceland,
Fishing.
It was actually a death sentence for anybody using the runes. But in the 19th century, they advertised for a cleric on the condition that he could read runes.
Oh.
Now, as far as I know today, Iceland is the only place where they have an official pagan priest.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's good to see that things are moving.
Well, it's good to see Norse paganism's growing again, especially in countries like Iceland. So we congratulate you, Iceland. You're doing a fantastic job. Well done.
It's the same all over. I mean,
we love you.
You've got the Wiccans, you've
of course
got all these other people, and why not?
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own way to God, and there's nothing wrong in that.
Goddesses.
Gods, goddesses.
But we do live in a wonderful, magical world, and let's make it more magical and more wonderful. I keep stressing that.
Yeah. Well, this is it. So keep visiting the old stone circles, and keep casting the runes. The more you learn, the better you can understand these things.
One of the aspects about this series and comments I saw, especially from a Celtic God, so hello there to Celtic God.
Hi.
How you doing, brother? And he talks about how we can bring magic back into the world again by leaving runic, inscriptions on sticks and leaving runes hanging off trees.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good thing and a very positive thing to do. And how are runes going to be affected in the future,
Well,
interesting.
It's a dynamic concept. It was once described to me like a meteorite. Imagine going through space, bits fly off, which are discarded.
Yes.
And it hits new things. And then some things fly off and come round and are reattached. And people say, oh, well, we'll never get the knowledge that our ancestors had. Times have changed. What suited people in the 9th, 10th century is completely alien for today.
Of course so.
And I think one of the things I notice is the Japanese have got this beautiful balance between the past and present and even the future. They still have their ancestors in mind, they still have ceremonies, and it's not uncommon. You do a day on computers and modern stuff, come home, put the kimono on, and you have a chat with your ancestors.
Oh yes, but look at traditional drumming in Japanese culture. That's fascinating and wonderful to watch.
And I think we could strike a happy medium here. I mean, we live in a very sceptical society.
We do.
And it's been I always said we're brainwashed. If you look at the television.
We're
and
conditioned.
Yeah, and it's like manoeuvring you to this, that and the other, and I won't go into details.
No.
But it's the way people get offended.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Every programme, you know, there's a programme about war, may offend you. Well, you know it's going to be bloody, because it's war.
Well, of course so.
And then films from the 30s, different language and everything. Yeah, of course we know it is. And if you don't want to, you just flip the channel, for goodness sake.
Well, of course so.
I mean, there must be a cast of people who spend their whole life being offended. This isn't sidetracking.
No.
Because the same people turn around and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. I should do whatever I damn well please.
Well, yes.
And same with anyone
As long
else.
as you don't break common law and we don't hurt anybody, then you can do what you want with the freedom that you have. You know, we forget that we are free human beings and we're free spirits.
Well, I was told by a very wise man called Guy, if you're out there, mate.
You ever met him?
No, he was an amazing man, and he said to me, if your spiritual nirvana is a Pepsi-Cola can, worship it for all you're worth, but don't worship it because other people do. And yeah, he's a very civilised man, and I wish I could get in contact with him again. But anyway, that aside.
So I think we're going to slowly end this video, but let's just talk about season 2, which is upcoming soon, probably in October time. We're going to have some post season 2 content. I've got a few ideas we're going to film. This is one of them, probably be the first.
Yeah.
So season 2 is going to be based on the Northumbrian runes.
Ooh.
So it's going to be an interesting one. We've got a little bit of research to do, and I've got to make the runes.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, some of them you'll recognise. Some have got slightly different configurations.
And how many runes are there?
33 in
So
this
33. Is there a blank one?
one. No.
So
The blank rune was invented in the 30s. I think it was Israel Regard. I'm not
Yes.
sure. Could be Dion Fortune. But it was a need that was seen and invented. And I use it. Doesn't mean to say not everybody does. Some think it's a waste of time. I don't think so. It represents a lot to me. But again, that's down to the individual. It's the most modern of the runes. You've even got the rune set used by the Nazis, which is the Armenan runes. A guy called Guido von List had cataracts and went blind. Whilst he was there, he claimed to have seen the runes.
how strange.
Well, you know, I don't know of anybody who uses the Armenan. It's a bit dodgy because it has association.
Well, of
with,
course, so we're not going to cover those runes.
no, but
We'll talk about them. That'll be the most we'll do.
well, there is a book about them by Egil Thorsson, who incidentally was booted out of the Circle of Troth, but never mind. But he's written about them, and you know, like you say, it's worth having a read for your own sake. So anyway, I think that's about all.
Yes,
isn't it?
we'll finish the videos. So what should they do, folks? Egil?
Well, if you've enjoyed this, hashtag runes.
Oh yes, rune chat.
Yeah.
Hashtag rune chat. It's a good one.
Leave us a comment,
Oh.
please. We'd love to get back to you. We will. Takes us a bit of a while.
It can
'cause,
do.
Bragi and Tom have got their hands full, but hey.
I'll do the comments. Tom don't.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I told you that before. Never mind.
well. Oh, you'll probably tell me again.
Yeah, I will do. Third time.
Or here's the good one. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe.
It's up there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Up by this
Yeah,
bush.
there we go.
Is it the bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click the bell.
Press the old subscription bell.
Tap on your mobile.
Yeah, and have good fun. And we'll hope to hear from you. We will get back to you. Does take a bit of time, but until we meet again, stay groovy.
Oh yes. And goodbye.
Woof.
Goodbye.